Alright, quick update on Bitcoin. So my last two videos on Bitcoin have basically been my macro perspective and, really looking at this on a long-term perspective using Fibonacci candles. Today, I'm really just going to have a quick update for you on what's going on in the short term because I do think we could potentially be setting up for that move down to 40,000 like I've been talking about. Now, if we come over to the 4-hourly candles, you can obviously see a couple of days ago we fired short, just like I told you, and we have kind of retested these and started to roll back down. 42,500, I told you if we had a close below 42.5, I kind of have to assume that this flush down to 40,000 is going to be on the table, and it does seem like we could be setting up for something like that for multiple reasons really. Now, on the total crypto market cap, I could imagine a retest of the 618, which would definitely bring Bitcoin down to 40,000. That would be a 5% flush out of the crypto market, potentially even lower. But if we look at Bitcoin, this is like a 7% drop we're predicting. So, we really do need to bottom at 40,000 and start to turn around, really, in my opinion. But nonetheless, if we look at, a few other signals we have a bear flag breakdown right now with a price target down here at 40,000. 40,000 is also this uptrending level of support. If we run into it in the next day or so, you can see that we've got this uptrend that started down here. We've got a low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, and it's very likely we could be coming back down to here to set up another higher low. So while the micro term is pointing for a push to the downside, I really don't think there's any need to panic. If we come down to 40,000, people forget that, a month or so ago, 2-3 months ago, we were down here at 35, and now, we're talking about 40,000 being our worst case scenario. So personally, I'm not betting on this move. The technicals, in my opinion, are pointing to this move to 40,000, but I would not be shorting Bitcoin when I do believe the bottom is near. If we look at the squeeze momentum indicator, we could be picking up daily bearish momentum to the downside. So if we close at 42.5 tomorrow, then I kind of have to assume this is going to switch red tomorrow, and we are going to have a move down to 40,000. You can also see, basically wrapping this up because I don't want to take too long for a short-term video, but we are still long on the daily EMAs, but we are miles below them right now. So we've basically been rejected off the bottom of these. I think if you're watching this, if we haven't had a strong impulse above at least 43,000, but ideally we really need to start coming above 44,000 if we don't want this move to 40,000 to happen. But nonetheless, I don't really want to focus on that as my most likely scenario. I do think my gut feeling is that we are going to have a flush down to 40,000. Let's see if the stock market is also agreeing with that potential flush. Now, the stock market is, or at least the SPY, I mean the SPY still looks very healthy. We could have a flush down to as low as 445, or potentially we could even come down and retest these lows that we put in, which is a 1% move. And I think a 1% move on the stock market, could definitely put Bitcoin down here. Nonetheless, I do still think the stock market is bullish, and in the next couple of months we could have a big push up. Even if we come down to the 382, or if we come down to, which EMA is this? Is this the 50 EMA? Let me find out. EMA 200? So, oh yeah, it's the 200 EMA. So I mean, on the stock market, we do have the 200 EMA down here at, I think that would be a couple of percent, wouldn't it? So yeah, I mean, we could even see a quick, 1.69% flush out on the stock market, and in my opinion, that would wipe tech stocks out. The dollar, I mean, in my opinion, it looks like the dollar has really topped out in the short term, which is why, I'm macro bullish on the stock market, I'm macro bearish on the dollar, and I'm macro bullish on Bitcoin. So I'm not betting against Bitcoin, but it is very much in the realm of possibility we could be coming down to 40k. That's all I really wanted to highlight you on. I'm not trading this, I'm not shorting Bitcoin down to 40,000, because I think the bottom is anywhere between 42.5 and 40,000, and the risk-adjusted returns, in my opinion, of shorting Bitcoin right now are just not worth it. I think if you were going to short, you probably should have shorted the rejection of the 200-day. But yeah, I don't think now is the time to short, just my opinion, but I still do see this potential flush out of weak hands being in play. So that's really all I see for Bitcoin. We're not having any shorts in right now, but the bearish momentum is about to reset. So I think by tomorrow or the next 2 days we'll have a decision. I think by Monday at the latest. I mean, if we're closing below 42.5, I definitely see us coming down to 40,000. But in the next day or so, if we're having big pushes up, then we can completely invalidate this flip of the daily EMAs, and we could invalidate the squeeze mom turning too bearish too fast. So that's really all I see. My gut feeling is we're moving down to 40,000, but you know, my brain is telling me do not short this because the bottom is somewhere near. So that's all I see for Bitcoin. Once again, best of luck if you hold Bitcoin. None of this is financial advice, just my opinion on the market, and you've always got to do what's best for you. Cowboy out. Peace.